Hello everyone. Tonight we're working on Module 1, Lesson 8. Our goal is to round a decimal to any place using place value and a vertical number line. This is very similar to what we did last night. First of all, we're going to round 49 and 67 hundredths to the nearest 10. We're going to need some tools to help us do that. First off, we will need a place value chart. So I'm going to write 49 and 67 hundredths in standard form in our place value chart. Okay, 4 in the tens place, 9 in the ones place, 6 in the tens place, and a 7 in the hundredths place. Since we're rounding it to the nearest 10, which is this number right here, standard form is the most convenient form for us to use because we really need to know how many tens there are in this number. Okay, the second tool I'm going to need is my vertical number line, and I'm rounding to the nearest 10, so I'm going to be looking at that number in the tens place, and it is 4. I'm going to use that as my minimum because I know this number is between 4 and 5. And I'm going to label my units 4 tens and 5 tens. Okay, and standard form for 5 tens would be 50, and standard form for 4 tens would be 40. Now, right in between 4 tens and 5 tens is going to be 4 tens and 5 ones, also known as 45 ones. Now I need to place my number that I'm rounding on the number line because I want to see if it's closer to 5 tens or to 4 tens. 49 ones is greater than 45 ones, so I know it's going to go above, and it's going to be very close to 50. So 49 and 67 hundredths will go up here, and it's closer to 50 than to 40, so I know it's going to round up. And I want to remember when I'm writing my answer, 49 and 67 hundredths rounds to 50. I want to make sure that I round, I use standard form to show what the number that I've rounded to. And since I'm rounding to the nearest 10, I know there should be a 0 in the ones place. Okay, now it's your turn. We're going to round 49 and 67 hundredths to the nearest 10th this time. So the first thing we want to do is use our place value chart to write this number in using the unit of tenths. So 49, 4 tens, 9 ones, 6 tenths, and 7 hundredths can be decomposed and turned into 496 tenths plus 7 hundredths. So now I know what the minimum on my vertical number line will be. The maximum will be 1 more. You will have to find the midpoint and decide whether 496 and 7 hundredths is closer to the minimum or maximum on your vertical number line and do the rounding. If you are confused, remember to go back and watch the previous slides so you are sure of your answer before you choose it on the quiz. All right, now we're going to round 9 and 949 thousandths to the nearest 10. I've got all the tools I need here. I have a place value chart and I have a vertical number line. First I'm going to write 9 and 949 thousandths in standard form on the place value chart. So I've got a 9 in the ones place, a 9 in the tenths place, a 4 in the hundredths place, and a 9 in the thousandths place. Now I'm rounding to the nearest 10, but I don't have anything in the tens place. That's okay, I'm just going to put a 0 there. And now I know that the minimum on my number line is going to be 0 tens. And of course, one more than 0 tens will be 1 10. And 0 tens in standard form is just 0, and 1 10 in standard form is 10. And when I look at my number, 9 and 949 hundredths, I can see that it's definitely going to be between 0 down here and between 10 up here. Halfway between 0 and 10 will be 1/2 of a 10, which happens to be 5 ones. And 9 is, I've got a 9 in the ones place. 9 ones will be greater than 5 ones, so I know that it's going to go up here somewhere, pretty close to 10. Oops, my finger's not working quite right. 9 and 949 hundredths will be right here, and of course it's going to round up to the full 10. So I'm going to write 9 and 949 thousandths rounds to 10. I want to make sure that I write my answer in standard form. I don't want to write 110. I want to write 110 in standard form, which is simply 10. Okay, now it's your turn. You're going to round to the nearest hundredth. I've got what you need here. Of course, you can't write on the screen, so you'll have to have your own place value chart, and you'll have to draw your own vertical number line. You're going to round to the nearest hundredth this time, so you'll have to figure out how many hundredths are in 9 and 949 thousandths, and use that as your minimum and add one more hundredth for your maximum on the number line. Find the center point, and then decide whether 9 and 949 thousandths will fall above the center point or below the center point. Make sure that you understand what you're doing before you write your answer on the Edpuzzle quiz. Oh boy, it's a story problem, and it's kind of a brain twister too. A decimal has one digit to the right of the decimal point. If we round the number to the nearest whole number, the result is 27. What are the maximum and minimum possible values of this number? So you need to use a vertical number line and a place value chart if that is helpful. And you want to find what is the largest number that will still round down to 27, and what is the smallest number that will still round up to 27 if we're rounding to the nearest whole number. Good luck, and I will see you in class tomorrow.